1, 2, 3, 4. What is happening, everybody? Welcome to the Mudblood podcast. Today we are bringing the podcast to you in sponsorship and in partnership with Manscaped. Did you watch any of those videos lately and see the size of them strippers' manhood? Do you want to make it look a wee bit bigger? Is there more hair hanging over? It's like hiding your house behind hedges. Well, there's a thing you can do. You can shave them. You can get rid of them. You can make them look better. You might not have the length that you want, but you can definitely make it look better. And you can do that by using Manscaped. They send you a kit. It has lovely boxer shorts. It has the ball deodorant. It has the Lawnmower 4.0. You can make down there more presentable. It may make it bigger, but it'll definitely make it look a hell of a lot better and smell a lot better. And you can do that in partnership with Mudblood. You type in Mudblood on Manscaped and it gets you 20% off. 20% off that whole kit that we're telling you about. So if you want to do that, you want to make it look better for your woman, you mightn't be able to make it bigger, but you can definitely make it look better. Get Manscaped, Mudblood, get 20% off. Thank you. But so these guys came over, right?
Okay.
But it's been like everybody's talking about it. It's been on the radio. It's been fucking everywhere. And these guys, they get out and they've all got fucking, pardon my language, truly, right?
Massive hongs.
Massive. Like
Fucking.
not even like
No.
There'd not be a dick pic sent in Belfast for the next 12 weeks because we're all like, oh shit.
Dude.
So the women went insane.
So that was Emma's cock fucking pushing that seat down there. Guy had some balls to him, man.
We're good to go.
Good to go.
Yeah, man.
What is happening, everybody? Welcome to the Mudblood podcast. We're joined today by one of your favourite guests of all time, my favourite comedian of all fucking time, Mr. Tom Stade. What is happening?
Oh, dude, you just filled me in on what's happening, man. Strippers, cocks, everything.
The daddies?
Yeah. I just showed up, man, and I'm excited. I'm excited to put my spin on this shit.
So it's
I just replaced Emmett, for fuck's sakes. And all I heard was fucking, he's got a big cock. And I'm like, but that's what you want in a stripper. Nobody wants micro dick stripper. He's got a nice body, but what am I going to do with it? Man.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, 100%.
You came in a good week.
Yeah,
You came in a good way, and I have a show in the same place,
Okay.
like on the 18th. So then, like, we started making up, but people were making up sort of, because I'm called the Dagger. So
Right.
people were making up like different stuff and putting it up. So then my wife sent me a message. It's just like, hold on, what type of show? What type of show are you putting on? You know, so the double XL show, the Dagger, right? And it's in the same place. And she's like, "You're not stripping, are you?" And I'm like, "Are you fucking serious?" After watching them videos,
Dude, I've
never
seen
getting naked
Emmett.
again.
I've seen Emmett and Paddy. The last thing I think anybody wants to see is you even dancing, let alone fucking whipping your cock out. Shake it up, of course. Dance like nobody's there, but keep your clothes on, Paddy.
Tom, I've got the titties.
Keep that.
I've
Keep
got the
that.
titties.
Yeah, you got the titties. Your wife knows this, right? Your wife knows all this shit. Dance for that girl, but fucking.
No, she doesn't even want me dancing.
Oh no, she doesn't even want you. Good lady. Jesus, nice one, Miss McDonald or whatever. Donald. Sweet man.
Oh, for anybody who doesn't know, the first time I met you, you actually think it was somebody different.
Yeah, totally.
You thought it was,
yeah.
You thought it was Mickey Bartlett.
I fucking remember, like I said, we'll go back, rehash, and then move on.
Yeah.
I just remember all the Northern Irish guys showing up to go and play the stand when you guys were all like fucking fledglings, wondering what the fuck's going on. Now, fledgling is selling out some arenas in fucking Ireland, which still blows my fucking mind wide open. But yeah, all you guys came down. And there was like you and Mickey and Connor and whatever, all you guys. And then you all came over to my place, partied your fucking faces
Well, it was
off.
me and Fraser, but the funniest bit was, like, Trudy was taking pictures that night, and you were like, Yeah, and you were like, you're coming back to my fucking place. And I'm like, yeah, fucking Tom Stade's asked me, I'm fucking going back. And Trudy's like, it's fucking Sunday night. And you're like, we're fucking having a party. And you told me not to come for like 45 minutes. And I was going, what the fuck? And then I arrived and you had a fire lit out the back and you were like, bonfire, Paddy. And I'm like, wrong side of the community, Tom. Like,
yeah, you can't drink outside without fire. It's primitive. It fucking brings out the animalistic, and then we get hammered, take our clothes off, and dance for each other. Where it's legal in Scotland.
Your neighbour was fucking shouting out the window, and you were, Bob, you called him, and you were.
Oh, yeah. That's because his wife had emphysema, and the smoke was going into her window, and I was like, Bob, I'm doing you a favor. I'm killing her off. like, slow down, baby.
And then your Mason was like 15 then.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah. And Sloss was on the fucking, the bouncy cat, not the bouncy.
Were you the one where he fucking jumped?
And he broke his
fucking shoulder? Broke his arm, like when it was hilarious. When I'll never forget that one, man. Okay, if you don't know who Danny Sloss is, he's like, whatever. Is he a major? Would he be considered a major deal now? He's a big deal, man.
Yeah.
But again, fucking, this is Tom. Everybody comes through the fucking gateway of Tom. Fucking whatever. I remember that because I was upstairs mixing a drink and I looked out the window and I saw Dan bounce once, twice, and then the fucking thing collapsed and he went fucking.
There's no net around the trampoline. And he just done his shoulder in. It was a fucking crazy night. Like and the next night I was on in the Glasgow stand. And the people in the front row were like, even fucking smells like a bonfire.
Yeah.
Because we've been up all night with a fire.
Because all this shit starts sticking,
But I never even got my clothes. My clothes I left in the hotel, and then I never got back in the hotel. It was a fucking crazy night. I fucking loved it. I told everybody about it. But every time, like Gareth Waugh and stuff like that, like only this year he went, was that you? I always thought that was Mickey. Yeah. So everybody thought it was Mickey, but it was actually me.
But you guys are kind of interchangeable. That's a fact, man. Yeah. Like you guys, I mean, the way you look, the mannerisms, all that sort of shit. But you're different. You're totally different.
We're all fat.
Huh?
We're all fat.
A little bit fat. I wasn't going to say it.
More black because
not only that, I think Mickey's got skin disease. Every time I see him, got like a red patch here, a red patch here, and I'm like, Mick, you really got to sort that shit out, man. I love you, dude, but that's borderline leprosy is about to happen to you, dude. And I love you, Mick.
No, Mick loves it. He loves it too. I'm fighting him, you know.
Huh?
I'm fighting him.
You're fighting Mick?
Yeah.
Oh, no, what? Are you guys doing charity?
Yeah, boxing again.
Who are you raising money? Why are you beating the shit out of each other for who, man? What's the money going to?
Well, last year it was PIPS, so it was suicide awareness.
Suicide awareness. Yeah, I'm aware he committed suicide. Yeah,
so that was who got the money last year. So this year, I don't know, maybe kids' cancer or something.
Yeah, it has to be one of those. It can never be like fucking for like men. You know what I mean? Men that have lost their children to evil women. Like, why don't we do something like that, man? Because that's
give the money to a gambler, lost all his money.
Yeah, give it to like proper fucking gamblers, alcoholics, like people like us. Is what I'm trying to say here. Like, why are we always giving it to kids? We're the ones that actually need the money, man.
What's the kid going to have the money?
Yeah.
Fabulous, man. So right on, Paddy. So that's cool if you're fighting Mickey. Who did? I don't know, man. Is Mickey tough? Is he?
He thinks he is, yeah.
He thinks he is.
Well, what happened was last year, like, they made me fight. I was like Rocky and Dolph Lundgren, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I fought the guy called Ronan Boyle, who's 6'3", and fucking has a fucking European belt in kickboxing.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm like, that was a bit fucking shit for me. But everybody said how good Mickey was. So, you know, you have to fight who everybody sends.
Yeah. Well,
to test myself.
Do you? Yeah. Are you a fighter, Paddy? I don't even know.
No, I'm...
Like when you were a kid, did you at least fight when you were a kid?
The answer is yes.
I'm a lover.
Huh?
The answer is yes.
Totally yes.
I'm a lover and a fighter.
But, right on.
But in Canada, they call it a rapist.
Ooh. I wonder who those could be.
Yeah, no, I had two older sisters, and my dad was a bit of a boxer, so if anybody done something to the two older sisters, I was like the dog, so he opened the door and was like, go kid, go.
Right.
So there was only so many times you can get hit before you start realising, fuck, I have to hit back.
Of course you do, Pat.
So you get good at it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but violence isn't the answer, you're right. Violence isn't the answer.
No, violence. Not, you hear that, Belfast? Violence isn't the answer. That's coming from Paddy. Okay? I don't know, man. I always thought that was a skill that you learn. I don't think it's so much anymore. I don't see a lot of people fighting the same way as we used to. You know, I mean, when I grew up in Quesnel, it was sort of a prerequisite that you were going to at least get into 3 or 4 fights, whether you were good at it or not. I was like no good at it, Paddy. That's why I will never step in the ring with you. I will never step in the ring with Mickey. Maybe I'll step in the ring if you bring me a 9-year-old girl. And I'll beat the shit out of her to raise money for cancer children. I'll beat the shit out of a 9-year-old girl to raise money for cancer.
It'd be embarrassing if you beat you, but...
Oh, that'd be the worst, man.
But then win it, because people would go, Tom's a great guy, let her win.
Let her win. I'd be like, fucking drop her, kick her in the leg.
There's a local guy here, right? Everybody talks about it. He's sort of he's not right, the kid, right?
Okay.
But he's
not right. What does that mean? That's a very vague term.
He's like a half of extra chromosome. Do you get what I mean?
Okay.
Right? So
psycho not right? He's not right?
He's this kid, you know, he would have went to special school and stuff like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Cool.
But he thinks he's a boxer and stuff like that. So there's a lot of like fights that go on. You know, like he calls out all the local boxers and stuff like that.
Okay.
And like professional boxers. And one of them was an Olympic champion, get in with him. And the first fight, he sort of was like, oh, well, I can't really. But he hit him. So the second fight, he went, fuck it. He's still calling me out. And he's called my wife bad names. So the second fight, he beat the fuck out.
Oh, the Olympic boxer.
Beat the fuck out of him.
Beat the fuck out of the handicapped kid who thinks that he's tough. Put him back on the bus and send him home. After I finished with him, you just got a lot dumber, kid.
It was like he just standing up. He's like, he got away the first time, but he came back for more the second time. I fucking hit him.
That's hilarious. But I love moments like those. Those are the moments, because everyone says life's fair. Fuck that. Life's not fair, but you want it to be. Thanks, world. You're thinking life's fair.
It's like watch the movie.
And watch what just happened. Yeah, call my wife that one more time. I'm going to beat you worse than Will Smith beat fucking Chris Rock. Yeah, keep your wife, my wife's, whatever, keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth.
Did you think it was staged?
Huh?
Did you think it was staged?
Oh, that scene? Oh, fuck. Fuck, I don't know, man. I mean, it looked pretty fucking real to me, you know what I mean? If it was staged, I'll say this. Chris Rock deserves a fucking Oscar, man, because he sure did look shocked, man. Like, what was he thinking? Oh, he's probably coming over here to congratulate me on my fucking telling him that his wife's fucking bald cunt and fucking, what? No, man, I think that was real, man. But I think Will Smith's, you know, I mean, not that my opinion fucking matters.
It does. It matters to me.
Well, I think Will Smith, the day that Will Smith's wife, if I understand this correctly, when Will Smith's wife fucking slept with one of her son's friends, and then they're still together. You're fucking ridiculous, and you know. I just found out Billy Ray Cyrus is going out with a girl that's 2 years younger than Miley. Okay, Jesus I just heard that, and you know what? At least Miley had the decency to disown her father, whereas Will Smith fucking stayed with a girl. Man, come on. I mean, that was he was like, when I look at that slap, I think he didn't know where to put his rage and all that shit. Yeah. And so
took it out on Chris.
Yeah, took it out on the small black kid.
Yeah. He wasn't slapping Mike Tyson about, was he?
No. If Mike Tyson did a couple jokes, I think Mike would have been. Yeah, that's cool, Mike. She is bald.
That's like the old one.
You hear that, you bald cheating bitch? What Mike just said, you fucking... Yeah, totally.
Oh, fuck.
That's amazing.
What do you do in that scenario? I know this is like 2 years old, but
it's fucked his career. Like, it's completely fucked his career.
Has it, though?
But I mean, in terms of...
No, man, those guys are too rich. You know what? There's a certain level I always think you get to that unless you're like fucking kids, like an Epstein situation and all that, or a Weinstein, there's a certain point you get to that you're just too rich to fail, man.
Right. So you're just, even if your career might stop, but your money doesn't stop. Yeah.
No, man.
Get you.
You don't think Will Smith is going to come back with some movie or something?
Well, he's doing I Am Legend too, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah, he's doing I Am Legend too.
Of course he is, man. And you know what? We're all pansies.
Sucked in it.
Yeah, we're all going to totally go. We're going to go, yeah, Will Smith is a bitch, but here's $22, buddy. Legend 2.
Well, this is the whole thing about the strippers. Like, I have a show in the Damnation on the 18th of March, right? And they just done that. And, like, everyone's going to go.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to go because I'm funny, but...
Of course
you think I'm funny, but...
I think you're fucking dynamite, Patty.
But they're all going to go because the Damnation, like, they couldn't have paid for the PR that they have.
Okay, like what? Okay, let me fill me in here then, because every time I come here, it's always something weird going on. Yeah. So why does Belfast not, or is it all in Northern Ireland? Northern Ireland doesn't have, why do they not like strippers? Why is there no...
Because of
the country was given to, like, they divided the country up and they give it to these free Presbyterian sort of unionists.
So it's religion, basically.
So it's a religion thing. So they don't believe in dancing and funny and all that, there, right? So when they run the country,
Footloose.
in the 70s, ELO, Electric Light Orchestra, Jeff Lynne stuff, like, were meant to play a concert in the Ulster Hall, and the DUP blocked it because they said they were devil worshippers.
And still, okay, and that was in the 70s, and still in 2024, you guys are still on that same level.
We're still on the sort of thing of it, the hangover of it, where it's like nightclubs are only starting to open. Like Belfast shuts at 1 o'clock.
That's ridiculous,
like there's a couple of bars that's allowed to stay open to 2 or 3. Any other city you go to, Tom, there's casinos, there's fucking strippers, there's not even a comedy club.
It's called being adults,
There's no weekend comedy club in Belfast. It's fucking insane.
There's no weekend comedy club in Belfast. What? I'm playing, we played now the Mandela Hall.
Tom's in the Mandela Hall on Friday night.
Yeah.
But like apart from like us putting on a night, like you doing your night, or something.
Why don't they?
There's not like
I got a lot of questions now.
Club.
You've opened the door for me. Okay. So they don't have a comedy club on the weekends because of...
It's just the way it is. Like, there's bars that can put on comedy nights at the weekend. But there's no like
the
actual
Empire was always
club.
on a Tuesday night because for students and stuff like that, and that's the longest running one.
Okay.
But there's no like set. There is bars that put nights on, but there's no set comedy club. Like anywhere else you go in the UK or Scotland.
Is it because comedy is considered like strippers? Is comedy? Do you know what I mean? Like,
I know
because I mean, if I walk into a bar in Belfast and, like you say, somebody's doing a comedy night, what's the difference?
No, there
between
is no difference.
Making that an actual
it's just
comedy
like
club.
I think we're from the hangover period where people are fucking. All them restrictions were there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they don't have it. And then a guy tried to open a strip club in the town, and he was able to do it because he was saying it was entertainment, but you had to buy a meal. Like, instead of just going in and putting £20 in a stripper's knickers, you had to buy a burger and chip.
You're going to do that in a strip club anyways. So that's like, I don't know if you've been to a few strip clubs, but they've definitely got a good menu.
It depends what the strippers are like. You might get it and you're like, fuck, I'm not hungry anymore.
Would you like
I wanted a cheese in my fucking burger. Get your tits away and go get my fucking cheese.
Here, do you want a hard hot dog? Fuck, we're selling the hard ones. This hot dog's called the hard on. You just slip it into a bun.
Just get a bun, stick it around it. But it's
amazing.
We have so far to come in Belfast and the north. We've so far to come. We're just coming out the back end. Like this is the first time we've had a Catholic fucking first minister. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Again, that's a big deal.
Yeah,
a Catholic first minister.
Yeah.
Is anyone in the government not religious? Like, is there anyone?
That's all that.
Like.
But the English use that against us in Ireland.
Yeah, but is the English even here anymore?
Yeah, no, they're here.
Kind of not here, though.
No, the fuck.
I mean, they're living here, but they're not.
Yeah, know what you mean.
They're not like the same as they were
can't give it
in
back.
the 70s, right?
They can't give it back.
No.
Like, they're not like, okay, forget, this is an outside view. Okay, please, Belfast, don't get mad at me. But, I watched the Father movie with Daniel Day-Lewis and when it was fucking hard. But when I'm out there now, I don't see that movie so much anymore.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because 100%.
Because 100%. You're like now a tourist destination. Do you know what I mean? You got the Titanic shit. You got all that. You got what you do have awesome clubs when you come here and all that sort of stuff. So how is it that with every generation that goes by, because who was your other guy? Who was the guy that always said, I have a letter?
Oh, Ian Paisley?
Ian Paisley, I have a letter. Those guys, aren't they dead yet, man?
Oh, he's dead, yeah.
Yeah, like so.
Hope so, they buried him.
I hope so. It comes out.
I'm still down here, motherfucker.
With each like
but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it gets better.
You're right. Yeah,
the older hardline ones are Dan off.
Yeah.
What do you say that to me again? Okay.
The older like hardline guys.
Yeah.
They have to be dying off, man. They can't.
The younger ones now are like, fuck this shit.
Of course, you can't go on TikTok or Instagram or whatever it is that you're growing up with and thinking that, hey, this old cunt here, fucking Catholic. Like, who the fuck even goes to church? Like, nobody goes to church anymore. Name me one 20-year-old that goes to church now. Their church is TikTok. Their church is Instagram. Yeah, that's where they're getting their messages from, man. So what are we going to do with this stripper thing then, Paddy? How are we going to solve it, man? Like just to have it. Why wouldn't you could you not do it like they did in Prohibition days and shit?
Illegal?
Like, can't you do illegal strip clubs? Like,
yeah, that happens.
Huh?
That happens.
Right on. Let's go.
And do you know
what? You want to come to a stripper club with me?
Yeah.
I'll take the pictures. And those chicks will look dynamite. So, anyway.
But it's like me and my wife, she was like, oh, well, it's the same. You can go to a strip club. But in the videos, the women weren't used to it. So they ended up getting fully involved. So the videos, like, there's full-on wanking.
Hold on.
At the stripping show.
So wait, so the girls grabbed Emmett's penis.
No,
that's not Emmett, Emmett. I'm just using it as an example.
Yep.
So not only does he get to strip and make money, but a bunch of chicks he doesn't know get to fuck him.
Yeah. And that's the basically.
Damn, I wish my penis was bigger, man. I really wish my penis was bigger.
That's why I'm saying, like the videos that came out, there was loads of them, right? And the videos that came out, and I was like, do I show Andrea, my wife, these videos? And I was like, I don't think I want to show her that because she's going to feel like she's been shortchanged here. Yeah. You know? All the men in Belfast are a wee bit like,
But kudos to the ladies, man. Kudos. Because you would never have that. Because you never have that on a female side of strippers.
No.
I know we're lingering on this topic a little too long, but I want to say, if you did that to the female strippers...
Oh, you'd be dead?
That would be... Words you can't say.
Yeah.
beep. Oh, got it out. Yeah. That would be total.
Yes. No, and that's...
And yet, so,
and
in kind of a way, that's a bit of a double standard, man. But a double standard that I think Emmett's not going to look.
Yeah.
Like
no, you're right. And you know what? My wife, you do a bit, you used to do a bit that I remember. It was you saying sort of like, she was like, don't you say anything about her, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know that bit, right?
Don't you say anything about my friend Cindy.
Yeah. Cindy is going through a hard time, right? So, I know all this stuff because she's been a comedian. But Tom, I said down and I showed her and she was like, wait, hold on a minute. You know that when drink's in, the wit's out. I'm like, hold on. If I came home to you and I had my hands and 2 vaginas and another one on here, would you go to me? It's okay, Paddy. We know you're drunk.
No, not at all.
She would be like, get the fuck out.
No, she would be tougher than Will Smith. I mean, if Will Smith's wife came home and said that, Will would probably go, cool, that's awesome.
Did you record it for me?
Did you record it? Let's watch it together. Hey, is that my son's friend in the background? Of course, it's if she can, of course.
So she was like, and I'm like, hold on, let's put it. And she was like, no, of course.
The married men shouldn't be in strip clubs anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just
you're going to get me in trouble here, Tom.
Huh?
You're going to get me in trouble.
No, I mean, for what you're doing, it's different. You're actually making a point, fighting the government, all of that shit.
It's more activism.
Yeah, it's an activist. There's
It's research purposes.
It's not only research. It's actually
civil fucking rights.
Civil fucking rights. There's a difference. I mean, you can go on a stag night and all of that sort of shit. That's all fine. But once you're a married dude and you got a shitload of kids and stuff, you can't come home and go, hey, Dad, what you do today? Well, son, I saw a lot of muff fucking with all my other buddies out there, and it was pretty good. Listen, I just want you to see your mother in a different light, to know that if she left me, she could take her clothes off and make some money. Just want you to know that, because that's what I enjoy. Do you still love Mom? Of course I do, but I'll be thinking of these women.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
And it's like a culture thing. Like in America, when I lived in America, like it was totally acceptable for men to go to strip clubs.
Of course it is. If you're because that's like that's your wild days, man. Strippers, drugs, rock and roll, all that shit is your fucking, and if you don't do it, I think you're out of your mind, man. Yeah. Because that's what they call sowing your oats and all that shit, right? Like the worst thing is if you don't do it and then you get married
and then
you start trying to sow your oats. Well, your marriage is about to be fucked up, man. Because you're supposed to marry the girl that you think is the most beautiful woman that you've seen. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so that's the most important part in a marriage. And I'm also, I know Trude's right fucking there. Trust me, I know she's right fucking
He's
there.
in trouble in this.
I'm not even in trouble because I did all my shit before I met Trudy, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I've all been there. But fucking afterwards, that's a tough one. But like I say, with you, Paddy, and it's not legal to be doing that. That is actually activism, man. Yeah. And it's not like, but the thing is, it's not like you're going to female strippers. Are you?
No.
No. So if I went to male strippers while I'm married, well that's a whole different thing.
Listen, you're not going to believe this, right?
No.
Can I show you one of the videos?
And it better be activism and me not just being bi-curious.
Can I show you a video from the other night?
Of course you can.
Right,
of course you can.
So just to give you an idea.
These monster gods.
Oh, dude, I know they're out there. Porn's been around for a long time. I don't know if you know that.
Well, that was illegal here too.
Yeah, Thanks, Internet.
Where the fuck are we?
Okay. Here we go.
So this is one of the scenes from the other night, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Now, he's wearing what?
So the fact that
Trudy, don't look at this. Don't look at this.
Just go to the parking lot.
Trudy's gonna go in the parking lot and look for Emmett. Yeah, that's crazy. That's
so that's fine, right? That goes on, right? But then.
Okay. That's fucking. That's not. I want to
You're
say.
not going to be ready for this, right?
Okay.
So this is right. Right.
Okay. Stop it. Stop it. Wow. Fucking yep. I don't. Are you going to show that on the podcast?
Right. So just
That's the last
this is
ever
all
episode
fame.
of
This is all fame.
Mudblood.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is all fame, but it was just it sort of got out of hand a bit, right? So this is the way it ended up.
As what, a bukkake session?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
This is a girl, right? So.
No, because okay. Here's what. Okay.
So.
Okay. The difference between that is. That's not stripping anymore.
No.
That's now become pornography.
Yeah,
that's the crossing of the line.
Yeah.
But again, Belfast illegal for
this is
activists. Maybe the girls are playing their part.
That's why.
Maybe what I'm looking at are suffragettes.
Do you know when you're sheltered from something and then it's in front of you?
Yeah.
You know, like if you've never experienced drugs and then one time you get it and you're like, and then people go, "Why did you do it?" And you went, "Because I fucking never experienced anything like that in my life," and I think that happened for the girls.
See,
it's like
it's gone too long.
It was
without
like
us having it. Now we can't be trusted with it.
So the girls
agree.
were just like,
But wait a second. But that's kind of like Amsterdam now, isn't it?
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if you go there and, like, the first time you go there, you smoke all the weed, you got all the prostitutes, you got all that shit. You lose your fucking mind because you've never seen it just like that. Yeah. But because it's there so long, the Dutch don't even see it anymore.
Yeah, it's like going for a fucking coffee. Speaking of coffee, just want coffee?
I'll take a black coffee. You bet I will, man. Do you want a coffee, Trude? Trude's in the background. I just want her to take lots of pictures of us, Paddy.
Yeah, 'cause she makes it all rock and roll.
Yeah, she does. We're going to be like, look at her. Cover of the Rolling Stone. Yeah, that's amazing, Paddy. That's so great, though.
So it was just like, the women just let loose.
Yeah.
And there's so much of an outcry. And there was maybe 400 women there. Not all 400 were doing that.
No, I'm pretty sure a lot of them were going, holy. I bet you a lot of them were going, holy Mother of Mary Joseph. Fucking Jesus Christ.
I don't believe he's doing that. Put that thing away to me. Right?
But let it open. Yeah, Belfast, you got to do that. You got to get into 2024.
Yeah.
It's all about sin now, man. Fucking take so much sin that you get bored of it.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
100%.
100%, man. If you fucking throw it out there. But until then, I still think, Belfast is like fucking, I hate to say it, but
say it, just fucking say it.
It's behind the times,
100%.
man.
We're at least 30 to 40 years. Man.
I was going to even say 30 to 40 years.
You're
man.
fucking one on. And do you know what? The more I go.
But I love you, Belfast.
No, of course. And it's a reflection of the governance more than the people.
Yeah, but didn't you guys also just get your government back?
Yeah.
Didn't all your
like
the government that doesn't want strippers didn't even show up for work for about 2 years. Shut the fuck up.
And still got paid?
And still got paid.
It was like an extended COVID holiday.
Who's the whore now? You guys.
We got our government back for 1 week and now there's strippers everywhere.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened?
What the fuck happened there, man? Like, I don't know, man, but, you know, anyways, I'm playing Mandela Hall.
No, well, let's talk about your fucking tour, right? Because genuinely, like, you get asked, growing up, I watched Dave Allen and Billy Connolly and stuff like that, and I thought that was sort of like what I was exposed to comedy-wise in Belfast, right? And then sort of a bit of Paddy Keelty in the 90s and stuff like that. But then when I started doing comedy myself, then I came across guys like you and fucking whatever, and
I love whatever, just me.
Like people ask me all the time, like if you look at any article or any question that I get asked, who's your favourite comedian? And it's you, and I think, because on a personal note, I think you're fucking brilliant, right? But also your comedy, I fucking just love the way, I think you do it a wee bit different than other people.
Everybody. I do it way different than everybody.
And I genuinely see you like, you know, like my favourite band, like a rock star, sort of fucking like, that's Tom fucking Stade, like, you know, and I see that from you.
That's one of the nicest things ever.
It's just a genuine, and it's not me just saying it because you're here, it's just one of them things.
No, I see it.
Comedy's like food, you fucking like it, and anybody that I send to your shows, they're just like, fucking hell, he's brilliant. How did I not know about him? Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what it is? It's because I don't play the game, Paddy. Like I've been such a lone wolf my whole life. Like I love people. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I love people. I love them, but I like acquaintances.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because acquaintances are more fun to me.
Yeah.
Like when we hang out, we don't see each other every day, but when we do hang out,
it's fun.
man, there's so much fun.
Yeah.
We tell each other's problems, knowing that if I tell you my problem, we're gonna laugh at it, but I know it's also not gonna come back and fucking haunt me because you're around all. So I get an honest opinion without worrying about the potential blackmail that could come of it and all that sort of stuff. So for the whole time, I've always just, like you, Patty, you know, I just worry about the comedy. Yeah. I don't worry about the cancel culture. I don't really worry about the business. What I worry about is fucking making people in that audience laugh their guts out. And the one thing that I also don't worry about is what I'm about to say. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? There's no filter anymore on me. But I don't want a filter.
That's Tom Stade. Do you know? That's what I say to people. If you keep it original, like a filter down.
You're gonna love this show.
but if they put you on a show on TV and they're like, Tom, you have to do an hour and 20 minutes of completely clean bullshit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't respect you.
No, I can do about. I'll do like, but nobody. I've already got, like, don't get me wrong, man. I got like shit on Next Up and all that.
No,
stuff
listen,
where they let me in. Like, by the way, I just got a new album on Spotify with a whole bunch of things. Spotify, Tom Stade, check it out. Follow.
People go to me like, Tom's cool because he's like that, and I'm like, no, but Tom should be on a bigger fucking stage.
Maybe it'll happen, Paddy. I don't ever worry about that stuff.
No, and I think people will start to discover more like than just what's fucking put out there. I think like Leva the Apollo has went to the fucking shit.
Oh, it's horrible now.
Do you know, it's because people but it's
like it is,
but it is true. You know, like what. It's not about people's ability anymore. It's more to do with, do they fit in with the agenda here? And you're like, that's not what comedy's about. It's about being fucking funny. Like anybody says to me, if you have any advice for me on stage, just be fucking funny and be your fucking self.
Okay. Here, let's have a good one then. See, what I think has happened is that the comedian, like not all, I don't want to say all, because I don't want to generalize anything. Yeah. Because but you like comedy now, comedians write what they think the audience wants to hear.
And it's not true.
And so it's never going to be their true selves. You know what I mean? So if I'm writing what I think is going to make you laugh, which I don't know is what's going to make you laugh. Do you know what I mean? It's an impossible task, but the more you do it, the more you groom this audience to think that easy stuff with no offense, no challenge, no nothing is funny. But it's not you, because what you actually think is funny is you're not going to say it out loud because you're worried about not getting on TV, canceled, blah, blah, whatever, 100 different fucking reasons that stops you from doing that. Whereas now, most of the great comedians I've ever seen just don't care. Yeah. Like, I'm going to say what's funny when we're laughing together, and the moment you say you can't say that, I'm going to go, fuck, dude, that's exactly what I'm going to say. Because I know audiences, wherever I go now, audiences get tired of all these stories that don't have a punchline anymore. I saw one comedian talk about hot chocolate, about his accountant having hot chocolate, and I went, are you fucking serious, man? That is for a 5-year-old fucking kid show, not like comedy.
That to adults,
to adults. Like, I mean,
people come to see a comedian. You come to a comedian because you want them to make you laugh, but you also want them to say stuff
that you're probably thinking and scared to think.
And that's what it's about. So that's the way I've always seen it. So a lot of people, but I mean, you can only do what you do, but there's people get on stage now and get TV shows and get stuff like that because of their skin color or their sexual orientation.
Diversity.
And you're going, That's not the game here. It's not. You know, people give a lot of shit. Oh, that's an all-male lineup on a fucking comedy night here. And I'm like, they're all fucking funny.
Yeah. That's a funny lineup.
That, you know, I'm not going, oh, well, I have to give that dude a fucking gig because he wears fucking eyeliner.
No.
And he's not funny. If he wears eyeliner and he's funny, I'll fucking put him fucking on.
I'm all for diversity, just not forced on me.
No.
You know what I mean? I've been a champion of trans people, of gay kids, of lesbians, of anyone, because I don't hate anyone, dude. But what you're talking about is you're forcing diversity on people. If that booker wants to book 4 white guys, or that booker wants to four girls, or that booker wants to book 4 black guys, or that booker, I don't give a shit, man. I'm not crying because I didn't get on that fucking gig, because that booker likes those guys. Yeah. I'm so cool with that. But I'm also on your side, Paddy, going, whenever I see a fucking tweet going, you know, fucking, why wasn't there a woman on? Because that dude didn't want it. But I bet you if you look back on all his gigs, there'll be women on his gigs, there'll be whatever, diversity, which wasn't forced upon everybody. It was just because, and who wants that too, by the way? Who the fuck wants to be on a bill just because they're like a lesbian or
why
whatever.
Put yourself through that, even if you're not funny?
I'd be embarrassed as a lesbian to go, look, I'm now amongst giants, and they're putting me on just because a bunch of people on Instagram or Twitter started complaining. And that's only where it is, by the way. It's only on Twitter and that sort of shit. It's never actually in the clubs. We've had it here
where like people have used like posters from shows that you've put on, and maybe there was a show, but they didn't look at the show the week before that had fucking a girl on the lineup.
Of course,
they're just, you know, and they're getting annoyed at stuff specifically on that moment instead of.
I love this talk. You know, it's serious comedy talk.
It's people talk to me all the time. Well, I haven't heard of Tom Stade. Where do you go and see him? And genuinely, like, I've spoke to a few other people. I don't watch American comedy.
Right.
But I watch Canadian comedy. Like, fucking, I think Canadians are fucking There's been one that I've met that isn't funny, but the majority are fucking pretty fucking good, like, at comedy. I don't know what it is. I just fucking get it. And a load of people agree with me on the comedy scene. They're like, yeah, no, you're fucking right. You know, the Canadians are fucking pretty fucking good. Like,
Canadians are okay. I always figure, I don't know again, I don't know what the scene is like now. Do you know what I mean? I think Canada is going the way, like, it's losing its freedom of speech and that sort of shit. Okay. I mean, we're the only country that a comedian got sued, for fuck's sakes. You know what I mean? For saying something I can't. Don't quote me on the whole thing. Yes. I'm always generalizing, but there was some court case where a comedian said something to her at a comedy show. Probably told her to fuck off, you dumb lesbian, or something stupid like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But got sued, had to pay out tens of thousands of bucks, which is fine. But it used to be, this is where I always thought, Canada used to be this great university. It was a comedy university, man. Because it was a place that you could really work your craft without being seen by anybody, because it was Canada. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, once you got good enough, you go to something like the Just for Laughs Festival, which again ain't the same as what it was. A lot of and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with all the change. Not some grumpy old man going, what should be?
But that used to be like the Champions League of fucking comedians.
Exactly.
Yes.
And how
that's gone now. Yeah.
And it's gone away because of and I hate the word, the woke, politically correct, whatever you want to say. It's gone that way because people, I don't know when it actually got taken over, that people don't like to, I don't even know if it's they don't like to be offended. They're scared of inappropriateness. Do you know what I mean? But this is, in my new show right now, I'm explaining to people that comedy is inappropriate. Comedy is everything that's inappropriate. I've never laughed at anything appropriate. Because if it's appropriate, you're like, good job. If it's inappropriate, you're either laughing or you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that guy said that. And that's where I want to be. Yeah. And that's what a comedy club is. It should be. It should be safe to be inappropriate in all areas, no hold bar. My buddy Kerry Marks said it the best. He goes, man, we were on the balcony smoking a big joint, and I love Kerry to death. I think he's one of my favorites. And you're not above you, but you're all good. You're good. But Kerry said it. He goes, if something is above mockery, he goes, it's dangerous, man. Yeah. If someone can't laugh at himself, and that includes an offended person. Do you know what I mean? If there's a person that is so offended that he can't even laugh at how ridiculous he looks because he heard a few words that meant nothing, that are going to go into the ether, and tomorrow it's going to be a new day, and that's going to absolutely mean nothing. Because look, comedians aren't trying to change the world, are we? No. We're not the Catholic dude. We're not the Catholic dude that's banning strippers, that can't have abortions and shit. We're not that. But we are the guys that are fucking calling that cunt out. Yeah. And you know what I mean? And so what they're trying to do now is stop that. And that's like, it's inappropriate to talk about the Catholic new minister. It's inappropriate to do that. Well, fuck you. It's inappropriate to tell a comedian that he's inappropriate.
Yeah. No, you're right. And
is it okay to get serious comedy? Normally I'm laughing and I'm telling jokes. But people want to hear that. Let's do a serious one. I haven't done a serious comedy talk in a long time.
I've seen a fucking serious Tom Stade. But no, I think it's more down the line that just like people say, well, why haven't I heard of him then? And you go, well, here's why you fucking haven't heard of him, because... But
why do we... You know what? There's something to be said that, you know, like, what do you want out of this business? Do you want to be super famous? Do you want Kevin Bridges fame? Is that what you're looking for?
I wasn't even looking at it all. I just doing it as a job. And I think... When I accidentally, I say accidentally, you didn't. I'm doing it for fucking years, and then people fucking were locked in their houses and started watching videos, and I became popular, and then started selling tickets. And it was like a break sort of thing, you know. But this show this year, the first couple of shows was like me just telling. But this year, my show, I feel like I'm explaining myself on stage, so I'm going out and I'm going, listen, this is the fucking thing. And then I've noticed like radio shows here won't put me on because they're scared I'll say fuck. And it wasn't nothing to do with the fuck. It's a class thing. They're like, because I'm fucking working class and I don't give a fuck and I'm going to say fuck and I'm going to say cunt and I'm going to say this and I'm going to call this and they're like, well, we're not having him on because...
And that's weird because George Carlin would be very proud of you, Paddy, because comedy is a working class art form. Yeah. It is. It is such a work. You go back to I remember there was a George Carlin interview where he was explaining comedy is a working class thing. And upper class, you're trying to fucking come into ours. We don't fucking show up in the ballet, asshole. Do you know what I mean? We're not in the front fucking row. I remember that one heckler line.
Have you never been to ballet?
Never.
No.
Or what? Have I been to ballet, Trudy? No, I've never been
Would
to
you
ballet.
like him to go to... No.
But I remember the heckler line. There was a great ballet heckler line. Like, fucking, I don't go down, you know, fucking, when you get heckled. Have you heard this one?
No.
When you get heckled, like, there's so many great heckler lines. Heckler lines are some of my favorite. But this one was like, hey, some guy's talking to you. Hey, what do you go to the ballet and heckle Baruch? Hey, Baruchnikov, you fag, who cuts your hair? Come on, it's an art form. Like,
no, you're right, but our shows as well also, like, you don't go and you do that. But at our shows, people feel like they can do it.
Yeah,
but I think
it's okay to a point. Sorry.
Yeah, it is. No, it's okay to a point, and it's good if you get like a back. Like if you do something back and you go hey, and you get a good line out of it. But then if they keep fucking pursuing you, you know, like, and you're like, you're ruining the fucking show here, like, you know.
I have a rule with hecklers. If I think you're just really into the show, you're so into the show that you were like, Tom, I wanna, then I'm cool with you.
Yeah.
And because I can reason with you. But if you're there to fuck me up, then we got a big ass fucking problem. Yeah. You know what I mean? And trust me, I will, let this be known, I will fucking destroy you. I've been doing this since I've been 18 and I've seen you all. And you've only seen one of me, but I've seen a million of you. So, anyways, but I know the thing is, though, Paddy, you keep saying, why ain't I known? I am known. I'm really well known.
You are.
I'm well known on such a cult level that I love. Like the fame that the universe has given me is the coolest fame I've ever had. I told this on another guy's podcast, but it came out of my mouth that night, but I didn't really realize it until I said it out loud. But they gave me the coolest kind of fame because I ain't poor. You know what I mean? I'm making up, like, and money's important when you're in the arts. It is. Fucking don't think it's not, okay? And I'm not shying away. I'm not rich like fucking Dave Chappelle or that, but I'm not like fucking, good, give me some change. You know what I mean? I'm good. My fans come every year, man. Every year. And every year just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So who knows where it's going to end up by the end of this? Do you know what I mean? But at least my fame isn't TikTok fame.
Yeah.
Isn't this fleeting fame of somebody seeing a guy do a 5-minute bit that's hilarious. Not going to lie, that's hilarious. Yeah. But does this done 15 hours and 16 hours? I've done like that amount of material. Like I've done like that much.
Yeah.
That these people that come and see me know that I'm the fucking real deal.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why, even though I got only thousand things on Instagram and Twitter, it doesn't matter because that's not where my fan base meant. My fan base is in the real fucking world.
In the trenches,
In the trenches. And every day, everywhere I go, I bet you when I go to Mandel Hall, there'll be 300-400 people there, which is fucking, what a great day to have, man.
Yeah, 100%.
What, you know, you'd like, trust me, I'd love to fucking get a payday arena gig, because that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because anyone will tell you, going to an arena gig, it's awesome.
But it's
a spectacle.
Fucking sweaty fucking room.
No, it's not. But I want to also say that the arena gigs are cool because it isn't about the comedian. It's about you bringing your date. You guys, hey, we went and saw Chris Rock or Paddy at the O2. And that is also a cool feeling because you can never forget the people that come and see you, their motives for coming and seeing you. Do you know what I mean? So like, you know, I would rather see, you know, Kasabian in a bar. Of course I would. That would be fucking amazing. But that would be on such a personal musical level. But if I'm trying to woo somebody or, my kids love fucking Kasabian or my kids love this, let's go and watch them at the arena and all that stuff. So there's different motives on the punter side why they want to go there. Me personally, like I say, my fans go there because they want hardcore fucking, let's fucking do this, Tom, comedy. And I've given them that every year because, like I say, you're going to love. You're opening for me tonight. Yeah. And you have not even seen how fucked up this show is.
I can't wait to see it.
This show is my favorite show because here's the other thing. Now, as a comedian, am I talking too much now?
No, you fucking, I'm loving it.
Okay. As a comedian, we always have these level up moments. Do you know what I mean? Like your level up moment you just told me was, so I'm doing this, I got famous from the lockdown, and now I'm telling everybody who I really am. So you're trying to be authentic and try and find the truth about yourself.
Yeah.
So that is a level up fucking moment for you, okay? And now this is how my son and me always think of comedians because we play Dungeons and Dragons and shit, okay? So it's easy when you first start out to level up from 1 to 2, right? You play Dungeons and Dragons?
I've played, yeah.
Okay, so you know that to get from level 1 to level 2, you only need 50 experience points. So real easy. Do you know what I mean? Level 3, easier, but it gets harder as you go up, harder and harder and harder. And my son goes, Dad, you're like a level 37 comedian now. You know, for you to level up, it would take a lot of fucking experience points. But this show to me has that feel that from Meat Van, when I was a level 15, to what I'm saying now, it's a totally different comedian from back then. And I love it. I love all that. But that's the journey you're about to head in on. Yeah. But you're even funnier, because what level would you think you are?
Fuck, I don't know.
Come on, just be humble or be braggy. Who cares?
Do you know? You think you're doing a good job, right? And
let's say who the highest is, so you can rate yourself. So let's say, just for argument's sake, Dave Chappelle, Richard Pryor, or George Carlin.
Oh fuck,
gods, right? Gods. So they'd be like level 60. Okay, like let's put them there. So where would you be?
I'd say I'm in my 20s, and that's really giving myself something. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly it.
Yeah, do you know, like it's. But I mean, I say to people, they go, send me a link for a video for Tom, and I went, well, you can go on and watch a full show on his fucking website and sit and do
or
that.
Spotify,
right? But I tell him to do it. But going to see you live is a totally different.
Oh yeah.
Do you know? So when I see, like, I would watch you, and I would sort of go to myself, am I really doing comedy?
Yeah, man.
You know, because I see you like
you question
if you're you just watch some people and you're like, that's fucking. Podcast. But I don't think.
First time I've been asked about real comedy questions.
But I don't think that I would ever be as rock as roll as you, because you're a different kind of comedian than even I am. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
So
nobody's going to be.
So people
like
go,
you
want to be as good as Tom Stade, and I go, I would love to be as good as Tom Stade, but I don't think I could do a show like Tom Stade, because Tom Stade is Tom Stade. It's fucking like something that I can't be. So you're like, whoa, but I look up and go, fuck, I know.
I think that's the wrong question. It's not about being as good as anybody, because you can't really, like, you'll get in the danger of comparing yourself to other comedians, and I've been in that danger. Like, I've done that. Every comedian will probably do it. Yeah. I've had to go through that mountain of going, why is this cunt getting more than me? And, you know, fucking, the worst is I helped this dude, and he's fucking up there, and I'm still down here. Like, do you know how many comedians say that? I'm not the only one that says that I helped that kid, and now that kid's up there. But what you realize is you did help him, or you did help whoever, but you were really just a stepping stone on their way, on his path. He wasn't on your path, you know. So, but you got to ride that ego.
They don't know you shit.
Huh?
They don't
owe me shit. No, they don't. None of them owe me anything. In fact, if anything, I might owe them the experience that I got to be with them for a moment on their journey, which makes my story interesting. You know, so I think that's a way cool, but it takes a little while. Now that I'm in my 50s, I understand that. You know what I mean? Sure,
you start changing your thoughts.
Yeah. And you know, for all the things I've ever said, I need to I don't want to be held accountable for anything I ever said back then. But I did say it because that's who you are when you're young.
But that's
you're in the pit. You're fighting. You're in competition. Fuck that diversity shit. You're in competition to get on that stage. You need to be better than that dude. It's like, make no mistake about it either. The circuit is a cutthroat 100%. Motherfucking place because everybody wants it.
Yeah.
And when you're young, I'm going to fucking hack that fucking cunt down, because if I don't get on that stage and he does, then it's like...
You've lost out, yeah.
I've lost out. But as you get older, like I say, you're no longer in that pit anymore. You're more of an elder statesman, and you understand what it takes, and you want to steer these young people away from thinking like that. You want to steer 100%. Them away and go, look, dude, you just concentrate on how good you can be, but do not compare yourself, because the only way that we'll be able to compare ourselves is, I think a better question is I'd like to be as authentic as that person. Yeah. Because your good and my good are going to be different. They're going to be this really awesome. People are going to laugh at your good and people are going to laugh at my good. But you're right. You're never going to be Tom Stade. I'm never going to be Paddy. But what we can be is I am real. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm totally a real entity up there. Like I'm not faking it. When I come off stage, I'm the same person on stage as I am off stage. There is no separating me.
Yeah.
You know,
it's not an act. That's what I say to people.
No.
Tom's who Tom is. And most of the stories that like, we've spoke about you, even after your episode, people were like, who the fuck is that? That's amazing, you know. And that's my experience. Like, and then Willie got to meet you, and Willie was like, fucking every story I hear. Like, comedians have stories about, like, everyone has a Tom Stade story.
Yeah.
And if anything,
for better or worse.
but if anything comes of what Tom has done, I mean, to have that,
Massive
no other
impact.
comedian has that. Like, no, everyone has a Tom Stade story, and there's not a story about another comedian like that. So nobody else has that. Nobody can take that away from you. That's what I mean.
That's awesome.
And that
I know that.
If anything else, like, there'll be a photo one day of Tom Stade, and people go, fucking, he was, and in my, that's like people going, he's the fucking man, you know. And it wasn't until we all started getting older here and starting to work together. Like, there's 4 or 5 of us doing arenas. That shouldn't happen in a small place that we're in.
Right.
In Belfast, like the whole country, like the north, we have just 1 million people. And there's 4 or 5 of us doing arenas. Like that, there should be one person doing it, but everyone's doing it. And that's people here going, fucking, we've been starved of comedy. And we have some really good comedians here. And
they're grabbing your big dicks and stroking you off. Fucking arena style.
Do you know what I mean? And I don't know how long that'll last for here, do you know? Because I'm not doing arenas in England or Scotland. I'm just doing fucking small rooms, which is fucking great. Like, if I can sell fucking... I'm doing the Glasgow Comedy Festival, and I've sold out fucking months ago, and it's a 300-seater, and to me, that's like fucking amazing. I'm like, fucking hell, 300 people in Glasgow want to go and see me, you know?
Yeah.
And you're just building all the time. And I'm humble with that. I'm like, fucking, the fact that one person wants to come and see me makes me fucking want to keep doing the fucking job. Do you know what I mean?
If you never forget that, then you'll appreciate the other side. If you never forget that. Do you know when that came to light? Was when I went to the Melbourne. You're like me, okay, in England and Scotland and Northern Ireland, and I'm hopefully fucking the other Ireland. The Ireland.
The good Ireland?
Whatever, down there. you know the one. Like, I'm okay popular in Dublin. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see Portlaoise. Portlaoise. I think I've been there once, so I can't wait to see
I've never been there.
What my popularity is there.
Is Portlaoise where Barack Obama Plaza is?
Is it?
Maybe.
I don't know. That piece of trivia.
It'll be fucking changed to the Tom Stade Plaza after tonight.
But it happened. It happened when I went to Melbourne. So everybody thought I was going to be massive in Melbourne. Do you know what I mean? But I went there, Paddy, and I was in a 110-seat room. And you know how many people showed up every night? 5. 5 people. And what did I do, Trudy? They go, you want to cancel this gig?
No.
I said, are you fucking out of your mind?
That's 5 people.
That's 5 people. And we laughed our fucking guts out. And that was another level up moment for me, Paddy, because I'll tell you this, you can't not be authentic in front of 5 people. You can't be pretending to tell jokes. Like, you break down your jokes. You break down, go, why? And it, again, another level up moment that made me, but I watched a lot of people in Melbourne. If they had only 5 people, they would cancel the gig because they thought they were bigger than that. But for me, it was like working out in a fucking gym, man. Going, okay, can you make 5 people laugh?
Let's make it 10 people next fucking time. Yeah.
Bingo, man.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
And it's one of them moments too where it's like, you know, you're a fucking balloon and somebody's grabbing their up and going, here, I'm going to bring you down a wee bit because you're thinking you're a wee bit too high and you're not.
Yeah, totally.
And
totally.
you need them moments. You need a bad gig every now and again too, I think, to fucking push you on to the next level.
Of course, man. Hopefully not this tour, the bad gig. Let's do that.
I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about when you think you get too big for your boots. You're shit.
You are, man. But that's the thing. That's why you got to help other people. You know, like the reason everybody has a story with me, Paddy, is because from the time that I became a headliner, I remember all the things I hated about headliners doing to me on the way up, like fucking old cunts being fucking dicks, like just scared fucking dicks. And I watched like we were talking about in the pit, fucking how comedians would cut me. Like I got my like You don't even know how fucking cutthroat it was in the 90s and that shit, man. Like they would really fuck you over. And I thought to myself, I'm never going to be like any one of these guys. So every time I look at somebody, Paddy, this is my biggest motto, okay? I always ask myself, what does Paddy need from me? Yeah. Well, number one, he needs a friend. Mm-hmm. He needs a helper, and he needs somebody to encourage him to say, this is fucking great. Because that's what I needed when I was starting out. And that's what I needed when, even now, when I meet other fucking big kind of stars and stuff like that. I go, what does this person need from me? And if you give that person, whether it's a party, a drinking night, say, hey, you come with me. You know, like, oh, this great Tom Stade's bringing me to go to a party and introduce them to like rock stars and all of this shit, you know what I mean? Then all of a sudden, that person will not only remember that kindness, but will also hopefully reciprocate it to people down the line. So you actually help people by being that person. Whereas, you know, that's just, and I've had that motto for such a long time that it just carried on to, and then plus when you say, what does this person need from you? That person takes you to his fucking, like, you don't know how many house parties I've fucking been to in Ireland.
Yeah.
Like, with just fans and shit. They go, Tom, do you want to come? And I was like, fuck yeah. Because it also goes down to the moment my dad said, make this night memorable for them. So that's why I always walk out. I don't fucking leave the back entrance. I always walk out in front of the stage. I don't charge people for pictures. I fucking ask them how they've loved the show, what was their favorite joke, because that creates a great memory for them, you know? And, you know, I mean, imagine if you did that. Imagine if you went to your best rock and roll band.
And you got to meet them.
And you got to meet them, even just for a brief minute, to say, look, man, I fucked my wife to your song, Pearl Jam, and I just want you to know that. Can I get a selfie right now? Thank you, man. Okay, then you can go next. And then walk to your friends, go, look what I got.
The experience is more than the show.
It's crazy, man.
But it's 100%. And that was the feeling I got from you. And then not only that, like, it wasn't just like, oh, Tom's a real nice guy, so I'll like his comedy. Like, I then discovered your fucking comedy, and it was like, holy fuck. You know, and no matter who I've sent you to, I've never got anybody going, why the fuck did you send me to that guy? He's shit. No. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not. And so in that terms, it's just like, it is cool that I say your name, and sometimes people go, well, I haven't seen him in a billboard, and you're like, the only two comedians you know is Peter Kemp and Michael McIntyre.
Yeah.
You know, that's, you don't know.
That's comedy. What you've been force fed.
You don't know, and it's like, you would probably have bands that you, or Sean's in a band, and he's in a couple of bands and stuff like that, but there'd be bands that you know, and then knowing they're cool and nobody knows who they are, and then
like, and you get actually excited. Yeah. You're like, fuck, I can't wait for you to hear it.
It was like a Levi's ad would have brought out like a song by the fucking Clash. And then everybody was wearing Clash's t-shirts because they were selling them in Primark. And you're going, I like Clash when they weren't fucking selling the t-shirts in Primark. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I like Clash or I like such and such just before they were fucking in the mainstream, before they were this, before they were that, just for who they were.
Well, if you want to be, this is what I've said a lot. Like, if you want to be a comedian whose jokes can sell products, do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If your joke doesn't offend anybody, then that joke is like a song that can sell a product, and you'll sell out arenas. You will. You just will, because that's it. But if your jokes are very challenging and fun for the artist, because fuck, the artists want to cross the line, and fun for them, well, the chances you can sell out arenas, maybe, but it isn't going to be as easy as a path as you talking about fucking hot chocolate and stupid shit that, you fucking moron.
I think if Tom Stade...
I like to, but don't get me wrong, Paddy. I like doing those jokes too. I like doing some. Like, I'm not all vicious, blah. You know, like, I do love a good TK Maxx joke, man.
No,
you know what I mean?
Some of your stuff that was on,
like, of course I do.
The stuff that was on like the TV that you'll see, like your Argos stuff and your Meat Fan and all that stuff.
I always have some of those jokes in every one of my shows, Paddy.
But they were fucking great stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that. It's not like, oh no, I don't like Tom when he's fucking clean. I just mean, like, it's just I think if you had a came around now and like your clips went up, Tom Stade would be fucking like on billboards.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's like making a good album, okay? You've got an easy anthem song that everybody fucking likes. That's the song you put out to make everybody buy your album. But then you've also got about 4 or 5 really cool songs that
experimental jazz.
Yeah. That if you're really into music, you're like, oh, fuck that fucking anthem. This is the real shit right here. Yeah. Because you're listening to those bands, not just playing A, D, E. You're listening to them fucking show their skill as a musician, and you've got a nice palette for that, whereas the masses, what is this shit? It doesn't have a hook to it. It doesn't have this to it. But you're like going,
you don't give a shit.
You don't give a shit.
The people you want to hit. That's the fucking.
Yeah. Totally, man.
It's been a great wee conversation.
Do you know what? It's probably a conversation I wanted to have, and when Willie was here, I wouldn't have been able to have it. But this is a fan talking to somebody, do you know, that sort of way. But it's also good because I think Tom sort of would be similar in the way I think and stuff like that. So it's good for me to have that conversation with somebody and say those things.
I haven't talked serious comedy and I'm always trying to entertain the people in the camera. Yeah. So this is the first real serious. I apologize to everybody out there. I'll be more entertaining.
No, they'll love it. They'll love it. They'll love to hear it. Love to hear it. But the main thing for me is go and see Tom Stade now.
Yeah.
When you can see him live, because I would hate for you to be like fucking an artist and then your fucking shit's worth a lot of money when you're fucking gone. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I always think that too. By the way,
go and fucking see it, because live comedy, like the many people that come and see, like some of the stuff that gets put up for me online, I watch it and go, that's shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Me too.
But then they come and see, but when they come and see you live, and then they go, well, fucking, you were amazing. Like that was totally different. You have to go and see it live. You have to go and see it live. It's good to sit and watch a video or watch a special or whatever, and I love that you do that. But go and see it live, because I guarantee, and that's what keeps them coming back every year.
Yeah. I'm trying now.
How many years are you on the road now?
I've been on the road since 1989. Would you say that, Trude? We've been, well, even with you, definitely since 96, man. We've never stopped. Every year, we've never, ever stopped, because that's the life we live. It was so funny when Mason, my son goes, Dad, like they said about me and Trude going, don't you ever worry about going home? And I'm like, fuck, our home is on the road. Like, I want my home to always be on the road. All I have is a glorified storage locker to put my shit down, and it's a free motel to stay in for the few days that I'm home. That's all I want it to be. And you're going to be like that too. After your kids grow up and all that shit, and you and your wife get to just drive to whatever gig you want to fucking go to.
See, I try to get her to go all the time now.
Yeah.
Like, it was cool the other day, and Tom rang us in the car, and I'm just like, the kids are in the car. But Andrew only knows the stories because she's never met Tom. But she knew it was Tom straight away when you started talking.
We got the kids in the car, Tom. Stop swearing.
But he says, bring your good wife. And I ask her all the time to go to gigs, and she's like, I can't leave the kids with somebody. Do you know?
I know that.
So it must be cool that you can, like...
Ask her. It's the best, isn't it, Trude? It is the best.
And you've probably found yourselves again.
Yeah, we have, man, because we're not, like we did. We have a good time. We argue a lot, and we fucking do a whole bunch of stuff.
But you need that. Don't you need that, Trudy? You fucking, because that's real life.
Yeah.
Like, people think, the watch.
Why'd you say that?
Yeah. And I'm sure that somebody...
Don't tell me how to drive.
Yeah, fucking, and you need that. You need that in your life. You need that fucking... I think you need that in a relationship.
Of course.
But it must be hard. Like, Trudy will probably say it must be hard, and until you realise that, like, the day I went, the first time I gigged with you, that night I ended up in your house.
Yeah.
My daughter was in the hospital getting an operation.
Eek.
And I'm standing in the hospital with my wife and her mum. And I was like, I got to go and get a plane. And she's like, okay. Yeah. And she was annoyed but I was like, I'm gigging with Tom Stade tonight. I want to go.
You're gigging, not just gigging with Tom Stade. I'm going to go and do this gig, because I want to be able to sell out arenas later on. So if my daughter ever does get hurt again, I can send her to Boston for experimental medicine that only the presidents and fucking Epstein flightless clients can go to. You know, fucking all that shit.
Even, see, at the time, it genuinely, the first time I done comedy, I was in I had a carpentry business and I was a doorman. I got my finger bit off and I lost
You're going to kill Mickey.
Right?
You're going to kill Mickey. I was a doorman and I got my finger bit off and Mickey's getting in the ring with this guy. Are you fucking insane, Mickey?
Right? So I fucking went into a dark place and I found comedy. And I was like I don't know if you get the same experience, but when I make people laugh, it's the best drug I've ever took in my life.
Oh, it's the best. It is the best.
So when I was going to that gig that night and leaving them, I wasn't thinking just about the career, but I needed my next fix. Yeah. I needed a next level fix, and I needed to go to Scotland to experience a different comedy clubs fix with other comedians, and that's why I done it. Yeah, you know, man. But it's good now that I'm able to give my kids a life and fucking do whatever. But we've had 2 more kids, and my wife's like, I can't leave them and stuff like that. So she doesn't get to experience it. Okay. But I'm hoping that at one stage I get it to that stage where we're just on the road. And I'm going to Australia next month. And she was like, well, we'll bring the whole family. And I was like, I haven't been there, so I don't know what it's like.
Oh, bring the whole family.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Trude brought everybody, man. You bet. It was hilarious. Yeah, it was so fun. Totally bring the whole family. Yeah. You betcha. Go there because that's who you are.
Yeah.
If you go there without your family, that's you being unauthentic, man. And if you sell out an arena, your kids are going to love Australia. It'll be a memory that they'll never get this. You know what me and Trudy did when we went there? We put our kids in school there. You can put your kids in Australian school. So my kids went to us while we were gigging because we didn't want them fucking in Adelaide. We didn't want them for the whole thing. But if you can set it up with a school to say that your kids are coming and they will accept your kids into the school. So you and your wife, how old are your kids?
One's 4, one's 6, one's
Oh yeah, 4, they're all there. So you can put your kids and you and your wife can have from 8 in the morning till 3 o'clock. Your kids will love it because they'll meet like little gay Australian kids who aren't so
good day, mate. You all right?
Yeah. I'll tell you I'm all right, Annie.
Very.
Yeah. Given the Belfast experience. But do that. Of course you should. Yeah. I don't mean that you guys do it.
How long did you go for?
We were there for a month and a half? About a month and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and it was one of the best times of our lives, man, because it was like, and Kira and Mason will never forget it, and it's a moment in their lives. And plus, it means you're a good dad.
Because you haven't left them, yeah.
You haven't left them, and it's
they're experiencing your life. Like, my dad was a comedian. We were on the road,
Yeah. So totally bring them.
That's what we've planned for America because I'm waiting on the visa coming in. But the plan is to go to America, and I'm having like a thing in my head where I'm going, I can't leave her on her own with the kids.
No, that would suck, man.
Yeah, but I'm going, I can't do it in a strange country. So I was thinking, like, if we go to Australia and they're going to have me going on TV shows and they're having this, and I'm not about all day. Although it may be nice for them, but
you will be though. You'll be there. Not only that, when you get to that TV show, you're gonna bring your little 6-year-old holding that dude's hand and being the best dad, because that's also a big deal. Like fucking when they were with us, we got in newspapers and shit, man. And you know what? I'm gonna say it. Fans love seeing a guy who's a stand-up dad bringing his kids to shows and all that shit more than they love some fucking asshole party guy. Yeah, I'm just fucking here. I'm here. I just had a good show. How many chicks can I fuck after the show? Whereas you walk in going, son, all right, son, watch your dad rock this fucking room. And then see that thing and the fans will go fucking mental, man. Because that's a thing. Like, even when we were in Melbourne, I used to have little Kira, when she was this high, close my shows for me before it was fashionable with everybody else. But I don't know. So they go, take a bow. And then I put my jacket on. My little girl, she'd come out and place would go fucking ballistic.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, totally. Don't be like that. Go and bring if you have the money.
Yeah.
And you do. I'm pretty sure you probably do.
Well, I was going to ask you for something.
I'll give you $50. You know what? I'll fight a 9-year-old girl to make sure, raise some money to get Paddy and his family.
Tom says to me the other day, this is here, you're going to do these gigs and this is what it is, right? I've never been to Port Leash, never made fucking gig in it. And I was like, I didn't even ask where it was. And I said to you, it's not about the money. It's like, it's just me getting to fucking perform on the same lineup and to say I don't support for you.
It's going to be amazing. No matter what happens, it's going to be amazing.
But moral of the story, what we're really trying to say here, that Will Smith is making I Am Legend 2.
Yeah, no, I can't fit deep.
But Will Smith is the bitch of the century. That's what we were trying to say, okay? In a roundabout way.
Yeah. But it was good to see that say to you, Tom, and I think people will appreciate to see that and hear that shit.
Paddy, like this has been one of the cooler podcasts I've done, just because I don't normally say my views like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I've got a lot more. I mean, I've been in comedy for a very long time. Like when I do think about it, I mean, I'm pretty sure I've got the same perspective as most comedians would have. But, I mean, it's fun to sit there and break the art form down like we did and how you feel about everything. By the way, TomStade.com. My agent always says I never plug my shows. So I want to plug my show before this podcast ends. Go to TomStade.com. Check out my Spotify. Tickets for Melbourne. If you know anybody in Melbourne, tell them to get their ass down there. Paddy,
when are you going?
I'm going in, when are we going, Trude? March something.
27th of March.
Yeah, 27th of March. Do that. Is there anything other than that? Yeah, no. So, TomStade.com. Need you to follow me on Spotify.
Are you just
and
doing
here's
Melbourne?
The thing. Huh?
Are you just doing Melbourne?
Just Melbourne, man.
Okay, so you're only in Australia, because we have Australia people on here, right?
Oh, yeah, totally.
So you're only going to see, like, people are sending me messages going, you're only doing 4 cities, and I'm going, well, you got to get the fucking one of those cities.
Yeah.
So if you want to see Tom in Australia, go to fucking Melbourne. Yeah. Make a fucking day of it.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what I mean? Make a night of it.
Totally, dude.
Bring the fuck up.
You won't regret it. I know Melbourne is a very woke place, so I'm going in all guns blazing, man. I'm going to be the outlaw of that motherfucking
I'm going to be there
man.
at the same time.
Oh, awesome, man. Then Paddy, then we do another podcast.
Where are you playing?
Where am I playing?
The Carlton Club.
Carlton Club. So I'm going to play the big Carlton Club.
How many nights is he out?
I'm there for the whole month, man.
Yeah.
I'm there for the whole month.
And it's a proper, like, I'm only in and out. I'm doing 5 shows and then getting the fuck out.
No, I'm going to go work out. I'm going to go there every year and take over Melbourne. Yeah. I'll take over Melbourne.
All the tour shows in Ireland then?
Yeah.
So where you...
Port Leash tonight, but obviously won't you?
Yeah.
You're going to miss that. Mandela Hall and Frick.
Oma
on Thursday.
Oma.
That's sold out.
Yeah. Oma is one of my strongholds here. Oh, I've been coming to Oma for 10 years, man. Me and Oma and Belfast, we've been together for I remember not Nelson Mandela Hall. Mandela Hall when it was the old Mandela Hall. Before it became the submarine that it is now. But I'm still love it. Love it. I'm glad you moved on. Things change. I'm not a rock. I'm water. I'm going. And then
you were here before we had strippers.
Yeah.
Have you done Derry?
I've never done Derry yet. No, I haven't done Derry, but maybe next time, man. Maybe we go. I think in the beginning I did all the whole run, but maybe next time I'll go and do a whole Ireland run. Man.
I think you need to take like a month here and just enjoy it, and then do like.
I would love that. Actually,
I think the 2 of you should, and then see like most of go right up through.
I'll bring you, Paddy, because your name will sell it. Your name will sell out for me, man.
Well, listen,
we came here for the special guest, but we'll check you out, Tom.
I would love that to be a TV show, but they would never commission 2 white guys fucking doing a fucking tour around Ireland, would they? Like,
why?
They just wouldn't do it.
They would.
They
would. We could find a racist.
Yeah.
There must be a racist up in the top.
Main reason, if you look up Tom, you'll find out where he's going. He fucking goes everywhere, and that's the point. He goes places I don't go, so he's fucking been around a long time, but go and see him live.
All right. Cool, man. All right, how we feeling? Are we good with the podcast?
100%.
I like that. Oh, Paddy, thank you for having me on, brother.
I love it, man.
You know that.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Trudy,
hey,
for
Trudy.
making it look at us.
You'll see these pictures later on.
But yeah, just check out Tom, as I said. Go and see him live, fucking genuinely. I'm telling you now, when people ask me favorite comedian, I'm not just saying it because he's here. He's fucking thing. And then, you know all my shit. Go and check it out. Keep subscribing, guys. All the best.
Cool, man.
Thank you.
I feel electric when you go.